Question 1. In the context of the principle of indemnity in personal lines insurance, which statement is correct? A. Indemnity means that an insured is entitled to recover an amount greater than the actual loss. B. Indemnity ensures that the insured is restored to the same financial position they were in prior to the loss. C. The principle of indemnity allows the insured to make a profit from the insurance claim. D. Indemnity does not apply to personal lines insurance. Question 2. Sarah owns a home in Houston, Texas, and has a HO3 homeowner's policy. During a severe storm, a tree falls on her detached garage, causing significant damage. Which part of her policy would cover the repair costs for the garage? A. Coverage B. Coverage B. C. Coverage C. D. Coverage D. Question 3. Mr. Thompson lives in Austin, Texas, and has a personal auto policy, PAP. He is involved in an accident with an uninsured driver who is at fault. Mr. Thompson suffers injuries and has significant medical bills. Under which coverage part of his PAP can he seek compensation for his medical expenses? The liability coverage, Part of B, medical payments coverage, Part B. C, uninsured underinsured motorist coverage, Part C. D, coverage for damage to your auto, Part D. Question 4. Which of the following is NOT considered a peril under a Texas HO3 homeowner's policy? A. Fire. B. Lightning. C. War. D. Theft. Question 5. Under Texas law, what is the minimum liability coverage required for auto insurance? A. 25 to 25. B. 36 to 25. C. 50 150. D. 100 300 100. Question 6. Which endorsement would you add to Texas HO3 policy to cover the replacement cost to personal property instead of actual cash value? A. Personal property replacement cost endorsement. B. Scheduled personal property endorsement. C. Inflation guard endorsement. D. Ordinance or law endorsement. Question 7. In Texas, what is a standard deductible for flood insurance policies under the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP? A. $500. B. $1,000. C. $1,500. D. $2,000. Question 8. Which coverage part of a personal auto policy, PAP, in Texas provides compensation for injuries sustained by the insured driver and passengers, regardless of who is at fault? A. Liability coverage, Part of B. Medical payments coverage, Part B. C. Uninsured underinsured motorist coverage, Part C. D. Coverage for damage to your auto, Part D. Question 9. John lives in San Antonio, Texas, and owns a valuable collection of vintage guitars. To ensure they are adequately protected, which type of inland marine policy should he purchase? A. Personal effects coverage. B. Personal articles floater. C. Valuable personal property coverage. D. Homeowner's policy endorsement. Question 10. Which of the following is a requirement for a contract to be considered legally enforceable in the state of Texas? They offer an acceptance. B. Unilateral promise. C. Insurable interest. D. Nondisclosure. Question 11. Mary, who lives in Dallas, Texas, has a homeowner's policy with personal liability coverage. If a guest is injured in her home and sues her, which part of her policy will respond? A. Coverage B. Coverage C. C. Coverage E. D. Coverage F. Question 12. What is the primary purpose of the Texas Department of Insurance? A. To sell insurance policies. B. To regulate and oversee the insurance industry in Texas. C. To provide legal defense for insurance companies. D. To offer financial advice to Texas residents. Question 13. In Texas, which of the following types of watercraft would generally require a separate watercraft insurance policy for adequate coverage? A. Canoe. B. Sailboat under 26 feet. C. Jet ski. D. Rowboat. Question 14. Under a Texas dwelling policy, DPIT 3, which peril is not typically covered? A. Fire. B. Hail. C. Flood. D. Vandalism. Question 15. Which ethical principle requires insurance agents in Texas to place the interests of their clients above their own? A. Utmost good faith. B. Fiduciary duty. C. Indemnity. D. Subrogation. Question 16. Which of the following is a feature of a personal umbrella policy in Texas? A. Coverage only for specific perils. B. Higher liability limits above primary policies. C. Coverage limited to auto insurance. D. No requirement for underlying policies. Question 17. Which of the following is true about uninsured motorist coverage in Texas? A. It is optional for all drivers. B. It only covers property damage. C. It compensates the insured for damages caused by an uninsured driver. D. It is required by law in Texas. Question 18. Jane has a HO5 homeowners policy in Texas. Which coverage part would pay for her additional living expenses if her home becomes uninhabitable due to a covered peril? A. Coverage A. B. Coverage C. C. Coverage D. D. Coverage F. Question 19. In Texas, which type of policy would best protect against the risk of theft and accidental damage for an expensive piece of jewelry? A. Homeowner's policy. B. Dwelling policy. C. Personal articles floater. D. Personal liability policy. Question 20. Under Texas law, which of the following is NOT considered an unfair trade practice in insurance? A. Misrepresentation of policy benefits. B. Rebidding. C. Charging higher premiums based on age. D. Failing to acknowledge and act promptly on claims. Question 21. In Texas, which part of a personal auto policy provides coverage if the insured's vehicle is damaged by hail? A. Liability coverage, Part B. Medical payments coverage, Part B. C. Uninsured underinsured motorist coverage, Part C. D. Comprehensive coverage, Part D. Question 22. What is the primary purpose of the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP? A. To provide grants for flood prevention projects. B. To offer flood insurance to homeowners, renters, and businesses. C. To regulate water quality standards. D. To manage federal disaster response efforts. Question 23. Tom, a resident of Fort Worth, Texas, has a personal umbrella policy. His underlying auto policy has liability limits of $250,000 per person and $500,000 per accident. If Tom is sued for $1 million after an at-fault accident, how much of the claim will his umbrella policy potentially cover? A. $250,000. B. $500,000. C. $750,000. D. $1 million. Question 24. Which of the following is NOT a standard exclusion under a Texas homeowner's policy? A. Earthquake. B. Flood. C. Fire. D. War. Question 25. In the context of risk management, what does the term risk retention mean? A. Avoiding risk altogether. B. Transferring risk to an insurance company. C. Accepting and budgeting for the risk. D. Sharing risk with another party. Question 26. Which of the following types of policies would be most appropriate for a Texas resident looking to insure a second home rented to others? A. Homeowner's policy, HO3. B. Dwelling policy, DPIT 3. C. Personal umbrella policy. D. Inland marine policy. Question 27. Which factor is NOT typically considered by insurers when underwriting a personal auto policy in Texas? A. Age of the driver. B. Marital status. C. Credit history. D. Religious affiliation. Question 28. Which of the following statements about the Texas FAIR plan is true? A. It provides auto insurance for high-risk drivers. B. It is a federal program for flood insurance. C. It offers property insurance for homeowners who cannot obtain coverage in the standard market. D. It only covers commercial properties. Question 29. Which part of a Texas homeowner's policy typically covers legal defense costs if the insured is sued for personal injury or property damage? A. Coverage B. Coverage C. C. Coverage E. D. Coverage F. Question 30. In Texas, which of the following best describes the actual cash value? C. Method of valuing property in an insurance claim. A. Replacement cost minus depreciation. B. Market value plus appreciation. C. Replacement cost plus depreciation. D. Original purchase price minus depreciation. Correct answer, 1. B. Indemnity ensures that the insured is restored to the same financial position they were in prior to the loss. Explanation. The principle of indemnity is fundamental to insurance and ensures that the insured is compensated to the extent of their financial loss but does not profit from the insurance claim. This concept prevents moral hazard and promotes fairness by restoring the insured to their pre-loss financial condition without any gain. Texas insurance law adheres to this principle to maintain equitable practices within the insurance industry. Correct answer. B. Coverage B. Explanation. In a HO3 homeowner's policy, coverage B pertains to other structures, which includes structures on the property that are not attached to the main dwelling, such as a detached garage, fence, or shed. Coverage A applies to the dwelling itself. Coverage C covers personal property, and coverage D covers loss of use. Texas insurance policies typically follow these standard coverage parts, ensuring comprehensive protection for homeowners. Correct answer. C. Uninsured underinsured motorist coverage, Part C. Explanation. Uninsured underinsured motorist coverage, Part C, in a personal auto policy, PAP, provides protection when an insured person is injured in an accident caused by a driver who has no insurance or insufficient insurance. This coverage will compensate for medical expenses, lost wages, and other damages. While medical payments coverage, Part B, also covers medical expenses, it does so regardless of fault and without the requirement that the other driver be uninsured or underinsured. Texas insurance regulations mandate that insurers offer uninsured underinsured motorist coverage to provide this critical protection. Correct answer. C. War. Explanation. War is a common exclusion in many insurance policies, including the HO3 homeowners policy. Perils such as fire, lightning, and theft are typically covered, but war and other catastrophic risks are excluded due to their large-scale impact and unpredictability. Texas insurance policies follow these standard exclusions to manage risk and ensure affordability. Correct answer. B. 36-25. Explanation. Texas law mandates minimum liability coverage of $30-60-25, which means $30,000 for bodily injury per person, $60,000 for bodily injury per accident, and $25,000 for property damage. These minimums ensure that drivers have sufficient coverage to handle typical accident costs, protecting both the insured and other parties involved. Correct answer. A. Personal property replacement cost endorsement. Explanation. The personal property replacement cost endorsement modifies the HO3 policy to provide replacement cost coverage for personal property, meaning the policy will pay the cost to replace items without depreciation. This endorsement ensures that policyholders can replace lost or damaged items with new ones of similar kind and quality, which is particularly beneficial in maintaining their lifestyle after a loss. Correct answer. B. $1,000 explanation. The standard deductible for flood insurance policies under the NFIP is typically $1,000. This deductible applies to both building and contents coverage, and it helps manage the cost of the policy while ensuring policyholders share in the risk of loss. Texas homeowners in flood-prone areas often rely on NFIP policies to protect against flood damage. Correct answer. B. Medical payments coverage, Part B. Explanation. Medical payments coverage, Part B, in a personal auto policy provides compensation for medical expenses incurred by the insured driver and passengers, regardless of fault. This coverage is essential for ensuring that immediate medical costs are covered, offering peace of mind and financial protection in the event of an accident. Correct answer. B. Personal articles floater. Explanation. A personal articles floater is an inland marine policy that provides coverage for valuable items such as John's vintage guitars on a scheduled basis. This type of policy offers broader protection than a standard homeowner's policy and covers items against risks like theft, loss, and accidental damage, ensuring that high-value personal property is adequately insured. Correct answer. A. Offer and acceptance. Explanation. For a contract to be legally enforceable, there must be offer and acceptance, meaning one party makes a proposal and the other party agrees to it. This is a fundamental principle of contract law. In the context of insurance, it ensures that both the insurer and the insured are in agreement on the terms of the policy. Other requirements include consideration, legal purpose, and competent parties. Correct answer. C. Coverage E. Explanation. Coverage E, personal liability, of a homeowner's policy responds if a guest is injured on the insured's property and sues for damages. This coverage protects the insured against legal liability for bodily injury or property damage caused to others, providing both legal defense and payment for damages up to the policy limits. Correct answer. B. To regulate and oversee the insurance industry in Texas. Explanation. The primary purpose of the Texas Department of Insurance, EDI, is to regulate and oversee the insurance industry within the state. TDI ensures that insurance companies operate fairly and comply with state laws, protecting consumers and maintaining the stability and integrity of the insurance market. Correct answer. C. Jet ski. Explanation. A jet ski, due to its speed and risk profile, typically requires a separate watercraft insurance policy for adequate coverage. While smaller and slower watercraft like canoes, sailboats under 26 feet, and rowboats might be covered under a homeowner's policy, jet skis are considered high risk and need specialized coverage to protect against liability and physical damage. Correct answer. C. Flood. Explanation. Flood is not typically covered under a Texas dwelling policy. DPIT 3. Flood insurance must be purchased separately through the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, or a private insurer. The DPIT 3 policy covers perils like fire, hail, and vandalism, but excludes flood due to the widespread and devastating nature of flood losses. Correct answer. B. Fiduciary duty. Explanation. Fiduciary duty requires insurance agents to place the interests of their clients above their own. This principle ensures that agents act in the best interests of their clients, providing honest and accurate information and avoiding conflicts of interest. In Texas, fiduciary duty is a critical ethical requirement for insurance professionals to maintain trust and integrity in their business practices. Correct answer. B. Higher liability limits above primary policies. Explanation. A personal umbrella policy provides higher liability limits above the insured's primary policies, such as auto and homeowners insurance. This policy offers additional protection against large claims or lawsuits that exceed the limits of the underlying policies. It is designed to provide broad coverage and peace of mind for significant liability exposures. Correct answer. C. It compensates the insured for damages caused by an uninsured driver. Explanation. Uninsured motorist coverage compensates the insured for damages caused by an uninsured driver. This coverage is essential for protecting against financial losses from accidents where the at-fault driver lacks insurance. While it is optional for Texas drivers, insurers are required to offer it, and it is highly recommended for comprehensive protection. Correct answer. C. Coverage D. Explanation. Coverage D. Loss of use in a HA5 homeowner's policy pays for additional living expenses if the insured's home becomes uninhabitable due to covered peril. This coverage ensures that the policyholder can maintain their standard of living by covering expenses such as temporary housing, meals, and other necessary costs incurred while the home is being repaired. Correct answer. C. Personal articles floater. Explanation. A personal articles floater is designed to protect valuable items like expensive jewelry against risks such as theft and accidental damage. This policy offers broader coverage than a standard homeowners or dwelling policy and can be tailored to cover high-value items specifically, ensuring adequate protection for the insured's valuable possessions. Correct answer. C. Charging higher premiums based on age. Explanation. Charging higher premiums based on age is not considered an unfair trade practice in insurance under Texas law. Factors such as age, health, and risk profiles are often used to determine premiums. However, practices like misrepresentation, rebidding, and failing to handle claims promptly are deemed unfair and are regulated to protect consumers. Correct answer. D. Comprehensive coverage, Part D. Explanation. Comprehensive coverage, Part D, of a personal auto policy covers damage to the insured's vehicle from non-collision incidents such as hail, theft, vandalism, and natural disasters. This coverage is crucial for protecting against various risks that can cause significant damage to the vehicle. Correct answer. B. To offer flood insurance to homeowners, renters, and businesses. Explanation. The primary purpose of the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, is to offer flood insurance to homeowners, renters, and businesses in participating communities. The NFIP aims to reduce the financial impact of flooding by providing affordable insurance and encouraging sound floodplain management practices. This program is vital in flood-prone areas like many parts of Texas. Correct answer. C. $750,000 explanation. Tom's personal umbrella policy will potentially cover $750,000 of the $1 million claim after his underlying auto policy pays its limit of $250,000 per person. Umbrella policies provide excess liability coverage above the limits of the insured's primary policies, offering additional protection against large claims and lawsuits. Correct answer. C. Fire. Explanation. Fire is not a standard exclusion under a Texas homeowner's policy. It is typically a covered peril. Standard exclusions include earthquake, flood, and war, which require separate policies or endorsements for coverage. Homeowners' policies generally provide protection against common risks like fire, ensuring comprehensive coverage for insured properties. Correct answer. C. Accepting and budgeting for the risk. Explanation. Risk retention means accepting and budgeting for the risk, acknowledging that certain risks are inevitable and choosing to handle the potential financial impact internally. This approach is often used for minor or predictable losses, where the cost of insurance might exceed the benefits of transferring the risk. Correct answer. B. Dwelling policy, DP3. Explanation. A dwelling policy, DP3, is most appropriate for a Texas resident looking to insure a second home rented to others. The DP3 policy provides coverage for rental properties and is tailored to address the unique risks associated with non-owner-occupied properties. It offers broad protection, including coverage for the dwelling, other structures, and loss of rental income. Correct answer. D. Religious affiliation. Explanation. Religious affiliation is not typically considered by insurers when underwriting a personal auto policy in Texas. Factors such as age, marital status, and credit history are used to assess risk and determine premiums, while personal characteristics like religion are irrelevant and prohibited from influencing underwriting decisions to ensure fairness and non-discrimination. Correct answer. C. It offers property insurance for homeowners who cannot obtain coverage in the standard market. Explanation. The Texas FAIR plan offers property insurance for homeowners who cannot obtain coverage in the standard market due to high risk. It serves as a last resort option, ensuring that all homeowners have access to basic insurance coverage, particularly in areas prone to natural disasters or other high-risk factors. Correct answer. C. Coverage. Explanation. Coverage, personal liability, of a Texas homeowner's policy typically covers legal defense costs if the insured is sued for personal injury or property damage. This coverage protects against financial losses from legal actions, providing both defense and indemnity up to the policy limits. Correct answer. A replacement cost minus depreciation. Explanation. The actual cash value, CV, method of valuing property in an insurance claim is defined as replacement cost minus depreciation. A CV takes into account the reduction in value of the property due to age, wear and tear, and other factors, ensuring that the settlement reflects the property's current worth rather than its replacement cost. This valuation method is commonly used in Texas insurance claims to determine fair compensation for losses. Question 31. Under Texas law, what is the primary purpose of the Texas Windstorm Insurance Association, TWIA? A. To provide flood insurance. B. To offer wind and hail coverage for properties in designated coastal areas. C. To regulate insurance companies. D. To provide health insurance. Question 32. Which of the following is not a common exclusion in a Texas homeowner's insurance policy? A. Earthquake. B. Nuclear hazard. C. Neglect. D. Fire. Question 33. When can an insurer in Texas cancel a personal auto policy for non-payment of premium? A. After 10 days notice. B. After 30 days notice. C. After 45 days notice. D. After 60 days notice. Question 34. Which of the following perils is typically covered under a Texas DP3 dwelling policy? A. Earthquake. B. Flood. C. Theft. D. War. Question 35. In the context of Texas insurance regulations, what does the term twisting refer to? A. Charging excessive premiums. B. Misrepresenting a policy to induce a lapse or surrender of an existing policy. C. Offering rebates to customers. D. Failing to promptly investigate a claim. Question 36. Which of the following coverages is optional under a Texas personal auto policy? Part A, liability coverage. Part B, medical payments coverage. Part B. C, uninsured underinsured motorist coverage. Part C. D, comprehensive coverage. Part D. Question 37. What is the primary purpose of the Texas Guarantee Association? A, to provide insurance to high-risk individuals. B, to oversee insurance company solvency. C, to protect policyholders in the event of an insurer's insolvency. D, to regulate insurance rates. Question 38. Which type of homeowner's policy provides the broadest coverage in Texas? A, HO1, B, HO2, C, HO3, D, HO5. Question 39. Which of the following is true about the Fair Access to Insurance Requirements FAIR plan in Texas? A, it only offers health insurance. B, it is available to homeowners who cannot obtain insurance in the standard market. C, it is a federal insurance program. D, it only covers high-value homes. Question 40. What does the subrogation mean in the context of Texas insurance? A, the insurer's right to sue a third party on behalf of the insured. B, the process of canceling a policy for non-payment. C, the insured's obligation to provide accurate information. D, the sharing of risk between the insurer and insured. Question 41. Which of the following is NOT typically covered under a Texas personal umbrella policy? A, excess liability claims. B, legal defense costs. C, personal injury. D, intentional acts. Question 42. In Texas, which coverage part of a homeowner's policy pays for the increased cost of construction due to changes in building codes? A, coverage A. B, coverage B. C, coverage D. D, ordinance or law enforcement. Question 43. Which of the following is a characteristic of a Texas high homeowner's policy? A, it provides replacement cost coverage for older homes. B, it is designed for high-value homes. C, it offers coverage on an actual cash value basis. D, it includes coverage for flooding. Question 44. What is the maximum amount of coverage available for the structure of a home under the National Flood Insurance Program? NFIP. A, $100,000. B, $250,000. C, $500,000. D, $1 million. Question 45. Which of the following best describes the insurable interest in Texas insurance contracts? A, a financial stake in the insured property. B, the requirement to pay premiums. C, the ability to transfer a policy to another party. D, the obligation to report claims promptly. Question 46. Under Texas law, what is the minimum amount of coverage required for personal liability in a homeowner's policy? A, $50,000. B, $100,000. C, $200,000. D, $300,000. Question 47. Which of the following best describes the purpose of medical payments coverage in a Texas homeowner's policy? A, to cover medical expenses for the policyholder's family. B, to pay for medical expenses of guests injured on the insured's property. C, to cover medical expenses from auto accidents. D, to provide health insurance for the insured. Question 48. Which of the following is true regarding flood insurance in Texas? A, it is automatically included in homeowners' policies. B, it is only available through private insurers. C, it is mandatory for all homeowners. D, it can be purchased through the National Flood Insurance Program and NFIP. Question 49. If a Texas homeowner wants to increase their personal property coverage for valuable items such as jewelry or artwork, what is the best option? A, adding a personal articles floater. B, increasing the deductible. C, switching to a Hall 1 policy. D, canceling their current policy. Question 50. In Texas, what is the primary function of the Texas Department of Insurance, TDI? A, to provide insurance policies to consumers. B, to regulate the insurance industry and protect consumers. C, to offer legal defense for insurance companies. D, to set insurance premium rates. Question 51. Which of the following is considered an unfair claim settlement practice in Texas? A, denying a claim based on a policy exclusion. B, promptly paying a valid claim. C. Failing to acknowledge and investigate a claim within a reasonable time. D. Offering a settlement lower than the claimed amount. Question 52. Which of the following is true about the coverage provided by a Texas personal umbrella policy? A. It only covers property damage. B. It provides additional liability coverage above underlying policies. C. It replaces the primary auto and homeowners policies. D. It only covers auto-related incidents. Question 53. Which of the following is a characteristic of a Texas HO3 homeowners policy? A. It only covers named perils for both dwelling and personal property. B. It provides open perils coverage for the dwelling and named perils coverage for personal property. C. It is designed specifically for renters. D. It excludes liability coverage. Question 54. Which of the following scenarios would be covered under a Texas HO4 policy? A. Damage to the structure of a rented home. B. Theft of personal belongings from a rented apartment. C. Flood damage to rented apartment. D. Earthquake damage to personal property. Question 55. In Texas, which of the following is an example of a moral hazard? A. An insured leaving their home unlocked because they have insurance. B. A homeowner installing a security system to reduce risk. C. An insurance company setting higher premiums for high-risk individuals. D. An insured regularly updating their home to prevent losses. Question 56. Which of the following is covered under the medical payments coverage, Part B, of a Texas personal auto policy? A. Bodily injury to the insured in an auto accident. B. Property damage to another vehicle. C. Legal defense costs. D. Collision damage to the insured's vehicle. Question 56. Which of the following is covered under the medical payments coverage, Part B, of a Texas personal auto policy? A. Bodily injury to the insured in an auto accident. B. Property damage to another vehicle. C. Legal defense costs. D. Collision damage to the insured's vehicle. Question 57. Which of the following statements is true regarding Texas insurance licensing requirements for agents? A. Only life insurance agents need to be licensed. B. Property and casualty insurance agents must pass a state exam and meet continuing education requirements. C. Agents do not need to undergo background checks. D. Licensing is only required for agents working for large insurance companies. Question 58. Under a Texas personal umbrella policy, which of the following is typically required before the umbrella coverage applies? A. The insured must have exhausted all savings. B. The insured must carry minimum underlying liability limits on their primary policies. C. The insured must pay a special deductible. D. The insured must be involved in a lawsuit. Question 59. In Texas, which of the following coverages is typically an OT included in a standard homeowner's policy and requires a separate policy or endorsement? A. Fire damage. B. Liability coverage. C. Flood damage. D. Personal property. Question 60. Which of the following best describes the term endorsement in the context of Texas insurance policies? A. A form of insurance fraud. B. A clause that excludes certain coverages. C. An amendment or addition to an existing insurance policy. D. A policy cancellation notice. Correct answer. B. To offer wind and hail coverage for properties in designated coastal areas. Explanation. The Texas Windstorm Insurance Association, TWIA, provides wind and hail coverage for properties located in designated coastal areas where standard insurers may not offer coverage due to high risk. This ensures that property owners in these regions can obtain necessary protection against wind and hail damage, maintaining stability and economic viability in coastal communities. Correct answer. D. Fire. Explanation. Fire is typically covered under a standard Texas homeowners insurance policy. Common exclusions include perils like earthquakes, nuclear hazards, and neglect. These exclusions exist to manage high-risk scenarios and ensure that homeowners maintain their properties responsibly to prevent avoidable losses. Correct answer. A. After 10 days notice. Explanation. An insurer in Texas can cancel a personal auto policy for non-payment of premium after providing 10 days notice. This rule ensures that policyholders have a brief period to make the required payment and avoid cancellation. promoting timely premium payments while offering a grace period for the insured. Correct answer. C. Theft. Explanation. Theft is typically covered under a Texas DP3 dwelling policy, which offers broad protection against various perils. However, perils like earthquakes, floods, and war are commonly excluded and require separate policies or endorsements for coverage. Correct answer. B. Misrepresenting a policy to induce a lapse or surrender of an existing policy. Explanation. Twisting refers to the unethical practice of misrepresenting a policy to induce a policyholder to lapse, forfeit, or surrender an existing policy in favor of a new one. This practice is prohibited under Texas insurance regulations because it can be detrimental to consumers, often resulting in less favorable coverage or financial loss. Correct answer. D. Comprehensive coverage, Part D. Explanation. Comprehensive coverage, Part D, is optional under a Texas personal auto policy, PAT. This coverage protects against non-collision related damages such as theft, vandalism, and natural disasters. While liability coverage is mandatory, comprehensive coverage is an additional protection that policyholders can choose to purchase. Correct answer. C. To protect policyholders in the event of an insurer's insolvency. Explanation. The Texas Guarantee Association's primary purpose is to protect policyholders if an insurer becomes insolvent. It ensures that claims are paid and policy obligations are met, providing financial stability and confidence in the insurance market. Correct answer. D. HA5. Explanation. The HA5 policy provides the broadest coverage among homeowners' policies in Texas. It covers the dwelling, other structures, and personal property on an open perils basis, meaning it covers all perils except those specifically excluded. This comprehensive protection makes the HA5 policy highly desirable for homeowners seeking extensive coverage. Correct answer. B. It is available to homeowners who cannot obtain insurance in the standard market. Explanation. The FAIR plan in Texas is designed to provide property insurance to homeowners who cannot obtain coverage in the standard market due to high-risk factors. It ensures that all homeowners have access to essential insurance protection, particularly in areas prone to natural disasters or other high-risk conditions. Correct answer. A. The insurer's right to sue a third party on behalf of the insured. Explanation. Subrogation is the insurer's right to pursue a third party that caused an insurance loss to the insured. This allows the insurer to recover the amount paid for the claim from the responsible party, ensuring that the insured is compensated without bearing the financial burden of seeking restitution. Correct answer. D. Intentional acts. Explanation. Intentional acts are typically not covered under a Texas personal umbrella policy. These policies provide additional liability coverage beyond the limits of underlying policies for unintentional acts, ensuring broad protection against large claims and lawsuits, but intentional harm or damage is excluded to prevent abuse and moral hazard. Correct answer. D. Ordinance or law endorsement. Explanation. The ordinance or law endorsement pays for the increased cost of construction due to changes in building codes. This endorsement is critical in ensuring that policyholders can rebuild their homes to current standards after a covered loss, covering additional expenses that standard policies may not include. Correct answer. C. It offers coverage on an actual cash value basis. Explanation. The Texas HIDE homeowners policy offers coverage on an actual cash value ACV basis and is designed for older homes that may not qualify for other homeowners policies. This policy type ensures that older homes can be insured, providing essential protection while considering depreciation in the valuation of covered property. Correct answer. B. $250,000 explanation. The maximum amount of coverage available for the structure of a home under the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, is $250,000. This limit ensures that homeowners have sufficient protection against flood damage, although additional coverage can be purchased through private insurers if higher limits are needed. Correct answer. A. A financial stake in the insured property. Explanation. Insurable interest means having a financial stake in the insured property, which is necessary to purchase insurance. This principle ensures that the policyholder would suffer a financial loss if the insured event occurs, preventing moral hazard and speculative insurance practices. Correct answer. B. $100,000 explanation. The minimum amount of coverage required for personal liability in a Texas homeowner's policy is $100,000. This ensures that homeowners have adequate protection against claims for bodily injury or property damage for which they are legally liable, providing financial security and peace of mind. Correct answer: B. To pay for medical expenses of guests injured on the insured's property. Explanation: medical payments coverage in a Texas homeowner's policy pays for medical expenses of guests injured on the insured's property, regardless of fault. This coverage ensures that minor injuries are promptly addressed, reducing the likelihood of larger liability claims and fostering good relationships between the homeowner and visitors. Correct answer: D. It can be purchased through the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP. Explanation: flood insurance in Texas can be purchased through the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP. Homeowners' policies do not automatically include flood coverage, and it is not mandatory for all homeowners, though it may be required by mortgage lenders for properties in high-risk flood zones. Correct answer: A. Adding a personal articles floater. Explanation: adding a personal articles floater is the best option for a Texas homeowner to increase personal property coverage for valuable items like jewelry or artwork. This floater provides specific coverage for high-value items, offering broader protection and higher limits than a standard homeowner's policy. Correct answer: B. To regulate the insurance industry and protect consumers. Explanation: the primary function of the Texas Department of Insurance, EDIA, is to regulate the insurance industry and protect consumers. The TDI oversees the conduct of insurance companies, ensures compliance with state laws, addresses consumer complaints, and works to maintain a fair and competitive insurance market. Correct answer: C. Failing to acknowledge and investigate a claim within a reasonable time. Explanation: failing to acknowledge and investigate a claim within a reasonable time is considered an unfair claims settlement practice in Texas. Insurers are required to handle claims promptly and fairly, ensuring that policyholders receive the benefits they are entitled to without unnecessary delays or unjust denials. Correct answer: B. It provides additional liability coverage above underlying policies. Explanation: a Texas personal umbrella policy provides additional liability coverage above the limits of underlying auto, homeowners, and other personal liability policies. This extra layer of protection helps cover large claims and legal expenses that exceed the limits of the primary policies, safeguarding the insured's assets. Correct answer: B. It provides open perils coverage for the dwelling and named perils coverage for personal property. Explanation: a Texas HA3 homeowner's policy provides open perils coverage for the dwelling, meaning it covers all perils except those specifically excluded, and named perils coverage for personal property, covering only the perils listed in the policy. This combination offers comprehensive protection for the home and its contents. Correct answer: B. Theft of personal belongings from a rented apartment. Explanation: a Texas HA4 policy, also known as renter's insurance, covers personal belongings within a rented apartment. This includes protection against risks such as theft, fire, and vandalism, ensuring that renters have coverage for their possessions even though they do not own the structure. Correct answer: A. An insured leaving their home unlocked because they have insurance. Explanation: a moral hazard occurs when an insured's behavior changes in a way that increases the likelihood of a loss because they have insurance. Leaving their home unlocked because they have insurance is an example of a moral hazard, as it reflects a reduced incentive to prevent a loss due to the safety net provided by insurance. Correct answer: a bodily injury to the insured in an auto accident. Explanation: medical payments coverage, Part B, of a Texas personal auto policy covers medical expenses resulting from bodily injury to the insured and passengers in the insured's vehicle, regardless of fault. This coverage ensures prompt payment of medical costs following an accident, providing financial support for necessary medical care. Correct answer: B. Property and casualty insurance agents must pass a state exam and meet continuing education requirements. Explanation: in Texas, property and casualty insurance agents must pass a state licensing exam and meet continuing education requirements to maintain their license. These regulations ensure that agents possess the necessary knowledge and skills to effectively serve their clients and uphold industry standards. Correct answer: B. The insured must carry minimum underlying liability limits on their primary policies. Explanation: before a Texas personal umbrella policy coverage applies, The insured must carry minimum underlying liability limits on their primary auto, homeowners, or other personal liability policies. This requirement ensures that the primary policies provide a base level of protection before the umbrella policy's additional coverage kicks in. Correct answer. C. Flood damage. Explanation. Flood damage is typically not included in a standard homeowner's policy in Texas and requires a separate policy or endorsement. Homeowners must obtain flood insurance, often through the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, to protect against flood-related losses, as standard policies do not cover this peril. Correct answer. C. An amendment or addition to an existing insurance policy. Explanation. An endorsement in the context of Texas insurance policies is an amendment or addition to an existing policy that modifies coverage terms or adds new coverages. Endorsements allow policyholders to tailor their insurance protection to meet specific needs and address unique risks not covered by standard policies. Question 61. What is the main purpose of an umbrella policy in Texas? A. To cover property damage. B. To provide excess liability coverage. C. To offer health insurance. D. To replace a standard homeowner's policy. Question 62. Which type of watercraft insurance coverage in Texas would pay for damages to another person's property? The liability coverage. B. Medical payments coverage. C. Uninsured boaters coverage. D. Physical damage coverage. Question 63. Which of the following is NOT typically a covered peril under a Texas homeowner's policy? A. Fire. B. Theft. C. Earthquake. D. Lightning. Question 64. In Texas, which of the following would be considered an insurable interest? A. A neighbor's house. B. A friend's car. C. Your own home. D. A coworker's boat. Question 65. What type of Texas insurance policy is specifically designed to cover high-value personal items such as jewelry and fine art? A. HO1. B. Personal articles floater. C. DPIT 3. D. HO5. Question 66. Which of the following perils is typically covered by a Texas dwelling policy? DPIT 2. A. Flood. B. Nuclear hazard. C. Windstorm. D. War. Question 67. Under Texas law, which of the following is a requirement for an insurance company to cancel a homeowner's policy due to non-payment of premium? A. 10 days notice. B. 30 days notice. C. 45 days notice. D. 60 days notice. Question 68. Which of the following is a common exclusion in a Texas personal umbrella policy? A. Bodily injury. B. Property damage. C. Intentional acts. D. Legal defense costs. Question 69. What does the coinsurance clause of a Texas homeowners insurance policy typically require? A. The insured must insure the property for at least 80% of its replacement cost. B. The insurer covers all losses regardless of the policy limit. C. The insured shares the cost of losses with the insurer on a 50-50 basis. D. The insurer pays out claims based on the market value of the property. Question 70. Which of the following best describes the purpose of the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, in Texas? A. To provide homeowners insurance. B. To offer health insurance. C. To provide flood insurance. D. To regulate insurance companies. Question 71. Which type of coverage in a Texas personal auto policy, PAP, pays for damages to the insured's vehicle caused by an accident with another vehicle? A. Liability coverage, Part B. Medical payments coverage, Part B. C. Collision coverage, Part D. D. Uninsured underinsured motorist coverage, Part C. Question 72. Which of the following is NOT typically covered under a Texas HO6 condominium unit owner's policy? A. Personal property. B. Building improvements made by the unit owner. C. The entire condominium building. D. Loss assessment coverage. Question 73. What is the main purpose of the loss of use coverage? Coverage D in a Texas homeowner's policy? A. To cover the cost of temporary housing and additional living expenses if the home is uninhabitable. B. To pay for damage to the dwelling. C. To cover liability claims. D. To pay for medical expenses of guests injured on the property. Question 74. Which of the following describes the actual cash value received method of claim settlement in Texas homeowners insurance? A. The cost to replace the damaged property without deduction for depreciation. B. The original purchase price of the property. C. The market value of the property at the time of loss. D. The replacement cost minus depreciation. Question 75. Which of the following coverages in a Texas homeowner's policy would pay for a lawsuit against the insured for slander? A. Dwelling coverage, coverage B. Personal property coverage, coverage C. C. Personal liability coverage, coverage E. D. Medical payments coverage, coverage F. Question 76. In Texas, which of the following is a requirement for maintaining a valid insurance agent license? A. Renewing the license every 10 years. B. Passing an annual state exam. C. Completing continuing education courses. D. Only selling life insurance policies. Question 77. Which of the following describes the replacement cost value receipt method of claim settlement in Texas homeowners insurance? A. The market value of the property at the time of loss. B. The original purchase price of the property. C. The cost to replace the damaged property without deduction for depreciation. D. The replacement cost minus depreciation. Question 78. Which of the following best describes the purpose of uninsured underinsured motorist coverage, Part C, in a Texas personal auto policy? A. To cover medical expenses of passengers in the insured's vehicle. B. To pay for damages to the insured's vehicle from a collision. C. To provide liability coverage for the insured. D. To cover bodily injury and property damage caused by an uninsured or underinsured driver. Question 79. Which of the following is an OT typical exclusion in a Texas personal auto policy? A. Intentional damage caused by the insured. B. Wear and tear. C. Damage from racing. D. Theft. Question 80. What type of policy would be best suited for a Texas resident who rents their home and wants to insure their personal belongings? The HO3B, DP1C, HO4D, HO6. Question 81. In Texas, which of the following statements is true regarding the FAIR plan? A. It is a private insurance company offering homeowners policies. B. It is a government-run program providing flood insurance. C. It is designed to offer insurance to homeowners who cannot obtain coverage in the voluntary market. D. It exclusively covers mobile homes. Question 82. Which of the following is true about liability coverage in a Texas personal auto policy? A. It covers physical damage to the insured's vehicle. B. It pays for bodily injury and property damage for which the insured is legally responsible. C. It covers medical expenses of the insured's family. D. It pays for the insured's legal defense in a divorce case. Question 83. Which of the following perils is covered under the additional living expense coverage in a Texas homeowner's policy? A. Earthquake. B. Fire. C. Flood. D. War. Question 84. Which of the following is a common endorsement added to a Texas homeowner's policy to cover sewer backup? A. Flood insurance endorsement. B. Sewer backup endorsement. C. Earthquake endorsement. D. Windstorm endorsement. Question 85. In Texas, which of the following would typically require a separate insurance policy or endorsement to be covered? A. Fire damage. B. Theft. C. Windstorm. D. Earthquake. Question 86. What is the primary function of the Texas Windstorm Insurance Association, TWIA? A. To provide homeowners insurance in high-risk areas. B. To regulate insurance companies in Texas. C. To offer health insurance to Texas residents. D. To provide wind and hail coverage in designated coastal areas. Question 87. Which of the following is a key feature of an HO5 homeowners policy in Texas? A. Named perils coverage for both dwelling and personal property. B. Open perils coverage for both dwelling and personal property. C. Coverage limited to fire and theft only. D. Only covers personal property. Question 88. Which of the following describes the insurable interest requirement in Texas insurance policies? A. The policyholder must stand to gain financially from the insurance policy. B. The policyholder must have a legal or financial interest in the insured property. C. The policyholder must be related to the insured by blood or marriage. D. The policyholder must live in Texas. Question 89. Which of the following best describes the subrogation process in Texas insurance claims? A. The insurer pays the insured for a loss and then seeks reimbursement from a third party responsible for the loss. B. The insured pays the insurer for the deductible before a claim is processed. C. The insurer cancels a policy due to non-payment of premium. D. The insured negotiates directly with a third party for claim settlement. Question 90. Which of the following is true about the declaration's page ICA Texas insurance policy? A. It outlines the policy exclusions. B. It provides details about the coverage limits and premiums. C. It describes the claims process. D. It lists the steps for policy cancellation. Correct answer. B. To provide excess liability coverage. Explanation. An umbrella policy in Texas provides excess liability coverage, offering additional protection beyond the limits of primary insurance policies such as auto or homeowners insurance. This policy covers large liability claims and legal expenses, safeguarding the insured's assets from substantial financial loss. Correct answer. A. Liability coverage. Explanation. Liability coverage in watercraft insurance pays for damages to another person's property or injuries to others resulting from the operation of the insured's boat. This coverage protects the policyholder against financial loss due to legal claims or judgments for property damage or bodily injury. Correct answer. C. Earthquake. Explanation. Earthquake is not typically a covered peril under a Texas homeowner's policy and requires a separate endorsement or policy for coverage. Standard homeowners policies commonly cover perils like fire, theft, and lightning, but earthquake protection must be specifically added to ensure coverage for seismic events. Correct answer. C. Your own home. Explanation. An insurable interest exists when the policyholder stands to suffer a financial loss if the insured property is damaged or destroyed. In this case, your own home represents an insurable interest as you have a financial stake in its protection and value. Correct answer. B. Personal articles floater. Explanation. A personal articles floater is specifically designed to cover high-value personal items such as jewelry and fine art. This endorsement provides broader protection and higher limits than standard homeowners policies, ensuring valuable possessions are adequately insured. Correct answer. C. Windstorm. Explanation. A Texas dwelling policy DP2 typically covers perils such as windstorm, along with other specified risks like fire, hail, and vandalism. Perils such as flood, nuclear hazard, and war are commonly excluded and require separate policies or endorsements for coverage. Correct answer. A 10 days notice. Explanation. Under Texas law, an insurance company must provide 10 days notice before canceling a homeowner's policy due to non-payment of premium. This notice period gives the policyholder time to make the necessary payment and avoid cancellation. Correct answer. C. Intentional acts. Explanation. Intentional acts are a common exclusion in a Texas personal umbrella policy. These policies provide additional liability coverage for unintentional acts, but do not cover deliberate actions intended to cause harm or damage, as this would create moral hazard. Correct answer. A. The insured must insure the property for at least 80% of its replacement cost. Explanation. The coinsurance clause typically requires the insured to insure the property for at least 80% of its replacement cost. This ensures that policyholders maintain adequate coverage and the insurer can accurately price the policy based on the value of the property, preventing underinsurance. Correct answer. C. To provide flood insurance. Explanation. The National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, provides flood insurance to property owners in Texas and other states. This federal program offers coverage for flood-related damages that are not covered by standard homeowners policies, helping protect against financial losses from flooding. Correct answer. C. Collision coverage, Part D. Explanation. Collision coverage, Part D, in a Texas personal auto policy, PAP, pays for damages to the insured's vehicle caused by an accident with another vehicle or object. This coverage helps repair or replace the insured's vehicle following a collision, ensuring financial protection against repair costs. Correct answer. C. The entire condominium building. Explanation. A Texas HA6 condominium unit owner's policy covers personal property, building improvements made by the unit owner, and loss assessment coverage. However, it does not cover the entire condominium building, as this is typically insured by the condominium association's master policy. Correct answer. A. To cover the cost of temporary housing and additional living expenses if the home is uninhabitable. Explanation. Loss of use coverage. Coverage D. In a Texas homeowner's policy pays for temporary housing and additional living expenses if the home is uninhabitable due to covered loss. This coverage ensures that policyholders can maintain their standard of living while their home is being repaired or rebuilt. Correct answer. D. The replacement cost minus depreciation. Explanation. The actual cash value, see method of claim settlement in Texas homeowners insurance, pays the replacement cost of the damaged property minus depreciation. This approach factors in the age and condition of the property, resulting in a lower payout than the replacement cost value or CV method. Correct answer. C. Personal liability coverage. Coverage E. Explanation. Personal liability coverage. Coverage E. In a Texas homeowner's policy pays for lawsuits against the insured for personal liability claims, including slander or defamation. This coverage protects the policyholder against legal costs and damages awarded in such lawsuits, ensuring financial protection. Correct answer. C. Completing continuing education courses. Explanation. Maintaining a valid insurance agent license in Texas requires completing continuing education courses. This ensures that agents stay current with industry developments, regulatory changes, and best practices, enhancing their ability to serve clients effectively and uphold professional standards. Correct answer. C. The cost to replace the damaged property without deduction for depreciation. Explanation. The replacement cost value or E method of claim settlement in Texas homeowners insurance pays the cost to replace the damaged property without deduction for depreciation. This approach provides a higher payout than the actual cash value, ACV method, enabling full restoration or replacement of the property. Correct answer. D. To cover bodily injury and property damage caused by an uninsured or underinsured driver. Explanation. Uninsured underinsured motorist coverage, Part C, in a Texas personal auto policy covers bodily injury and property damage caused by an uninsured or underinsured driver. This coverage ensures that the insured is protected financially if they are involved in an accident with a driver who lacks adequate insurance. Correct answer. D. Theft. Explanation. Theft is not typically excluded in a Texas personal auto policy and is covered under comprehensive coverage. Common exclusions include intentional damage caused by the insured, wear and tear, and damage from racing, which are not covered due to the increased risk or non-accidental nature of these events. Correct answer. C. HA4. Explanation. A HA4 policy, also known as renter's insurance, is best suited for a Texas resident who rents their home and wants to insure their personal belongings. This policy covers personal property against various perils and provides liability protection, ensuring renters have comprehensive coverage for their possessions and legal responsibilities. Correct answer. C. It is designed to offer insurance to homeowners who cannot obtain coverage in the voluntary market. Explanation. The FAIR, Fair Access to Insurance Requirements, plan in Texas is designed to offer insurance to homeowners who cannot obtain coverage in the voluntary market due to high risk or other factors. Provides basic property insurance to ensure that all homeowners have access to essential coverage. Correct answer. B. It pays for bodily injury and property damage for which the insured is legally responsible. Explanation. Liability coverage in a Texas personal auto policy pays for bodily injury and property damage for which the insured is legally responsible. This coverage protects the insured against financial loss resulting from legal claims or lawsuits arising from auto accidents. Correct answer. B. It pays for bodily injury and property damage for which the insured is legally responsible. Explanation. Liability coverage in a Texas personal auto policy pays for bodily injury and property damage for which the insured is legally responsible. This coverage protects the insured against financial loss resulting from legal claims or lawsuits arising from auto accidents. Correct answer. B. Sewer backup endorsement. Explanation. A sewer backup endorsement is commonly added to a Texas homeowner's policy to cover damage caused by the backup of sewers or drains. This endorsement provides coverage for a peril that is typically excluded from standard homeowners policies, ensuring protection against costly sewer backup incidents. Correct answer: D. Earthquake. Explanation: earthquake damage typically requires a separate insurance policy or endorsement in Texas. Standard homeowners policies do not cover earthquake damage, so policyholders must obtain additional coverage to protect against losses from seismic events. Correct answer: D. To provide wind and hail coverage in designated coastal areas. Explanation: the Texas Windstorm Insurance Association, TWIA, provides wind and hail coverage in designated coastal areas where standard homeowners policies may not offer sufficient protection. This ensures that property owners in high-risk coastal regions have access to essential insurance coverage against windstorm and hail damage. Correct answer: B. Open perils coverage for both dwelling and personal property. Explanation: a HO5 homeowners policy in Texas provides open perils coverage for both dwelling and personal property. This comprehensive policy covers all risks except those specifically excluded, offering broader protection than named perils policies. Correct answer: B. The policyholder must have a legal or financial interest in the insured property. Explanation: the insurable interest requirement in Texas insurance policies means that the policyholder must have a legal or financial interest in the insured property. This ensures that the policyholder would suffer a financial loss if the property is damaged or destroyed, justifying the need for insurance coverage. Correct answer: A. The insurer pays the insured for a loss and then seeks reimbursement from a third party responsible for the loss. Explanation: subrogation in Texas insurance claims involves the insurer paying the insured for a loss and then seeking reimbursement from a third party responsible for the loss. This process allows the insurer to recover the costs of the claim from the at-fault party, helping to keep premiums lower for all policyholders. Correct answer: B. It provides details about the coverage, limits, and premiums. Explanation: the declarations page of ECA Texas insurance policy provides details about the coverage, limits, and premiums. This page serves as a summary of the policy, outlining key information such as the insured property, coverage amounts, policy period, and cost of the insurance, making it a critical reference for policyholders.